Peace and blessings, beloved family. Welcome to another amazing episode of Who's Naked Up in Here. I am your host, Mr. Witz, alongside my amazing, phenomenal host, Gifted Johnson Wilkerson. Y'all please open up your mics and show some love to one another the way families
Woo!
do.
Gifted, she's our
Love you
favorite.
all.
Woo! Just kidding, Mr. Witz. We love
Yeah.
you too. We love you too.
I love it. I love it. You
We
can love
made
on my
it.
baby. I have no problems, no quarrels with that at all. No quarrels at all. So, welcome all to the space. Those who are joining us for the first time, this is an open mic. This is a safe space to share. All those who are willing to share, um, there's a reaction button at the bottom of the screen, and if you click on that, you can raise your hand. All raised hands will be acknowledged. We will be sharing two pieces per artist tonight. All I ask is that you keep your mic muted while someone is speaking. You are welcome to use the chat as often as possible to express your love for the art or the artist, whichever is moving you. Um, and after the art is finished, then we'll unmute ourselves and show some love and support. Again, if you find yourself in that space that you want to share with us tonight, by all means, please click the reaction button, raise your hand, and I will make sure that everyone is acknowledged. Welcome to the room, Erica Floyd, Brooklyn in the house.
Hey,
Erica.
hey,
Hey, Erica. How you
you
doing?
been where you been, Magus? Magus? I
On
always mess up
vacation.
your name. I always mess up
On
your name.
vacation, and I was sick afterwards. So
Oh,
I'm feeling better now. I'm happy to be here.
good.
As we are
Good to
happy to
see
have
you.
you. You said it right the first time, the Magus.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. So we're gonna get it started. I'm gonna open up as usual. Unless you would like to, Gifted. I saw you got a little animated just in. Are you ready
I
to
was just
share?
saying, let's get it started.
Oh,
Let's
okay. I just was feeling your energy. I just want to make sure. All right, it's all good. Y'all, open your mics and show some love for the first artist, Mr. Widz, the poet.
Wits. Yeah.
Yes,
Mr.
let's go.
Wits. Yeah.
Awesome. This first piece I'm going to share is a new right. I'm still working out the kinks, but it's entitled A Cry for the Youth. Can you all hear me clearly?
Very clearly,
yes.
actually.
Great. I see they got us applauding our separation, sharing the division, honored when we see them, conquered by our DMs, is how, is who you got, who you favor, wrapped in what makes them better than their competition. Ain't it ironic how they're tearing each other down makes us feel uplifted? Yet somehow we never truly see ourselves blinded by their image. It's the way of life we've culturally welcomed and embedded through the minds of our children, exposed in the railing, roles they've taken across the social media. I guess this can be viewed as a cry for the youth, a prayer they'll survive their misguided confusion. From barely preteen young boys rapping about a life they hardly know, gaslighting their own prison pipeline with every intention to blow. Maybe if they understood genocide and our surviving Jim Crow, they would try to be a better life lived than those mentioned before them. The forthcoming messages that failed to warn them and protect their innocence. what they know about guns, gang banging, or drugs anyway. Baby mamas training their daughters to fashion trends, mini skirts, leggings, weaves, and box braid extensions, manipulating their age, sabotaging their thinking. If they ain't rocking the mic, then they're twerking out of control, sometimes both at the same time. The thoughts we've processed into our youth lines, our guidance can't be in a sane mind. Got them literally dying to be famous. No morals, just goals. Today's dance lessons have become no more than manifesting the pole. Maybe their ways would change if they knew more about race segregation and blacks being slaves. The black kings and queens that came before democracy, the original people who created the trends before this world whitewashed their existence. We have lost pride due to the lack of knowledge of who we were in this world. And now all that has fed our future is the destruction of our family and communities. The striving to be better than each other that bounds us in competition. Hatred of the success of each other, even homicidal behavior of one another in replacement of our celebrating together. I heard a grieving parent say, in some places, they can't even lay your coffin down. They have to stand you up and drop your casket down into the ground. I pray we find the love we've lost for each other, reconnecting sometime soon. It begins with our adulting, but this message is a cry out for our youth.
That's a dope piece. It really is. More of our youth need to hear that.
Yeah, that's powerful as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And sharing. Thank you.
I appreciate the feedback. It still needs some editing, some smoothing out some of the lines and keeping the flow consistent, but it felt necessary to share. This next piece is entitled Our Flag Knows No Allies. Our flag knows no allies, only armies who would come to forsake us, daring our bare feet to stake a claim in the land. The rockets targeting our homes will see to it that we don't take a stand. We'll barely take keepsakes from the rubble in honor of the lives stolen from our children, those your war had deemed unfit to raise. They'll be fortunate if their remains make a grave. We'll turn our knees to the street for prayer after they snatch the rugs from beneath us. A sea of our brow in debris before we let you cast us out. Do our bodies count for nothing more than a tally of life's loss? Then cleanse us all and wrap us in cloth before you present us to the Almighty. The sky rains fire, exploding on impact. The ground breaks up underneath us. The city covers us in swaddles of collapsed buildings. What beyond faith have we done to warrant such an enemy? Our flag knows no allies, only those who will be our adversary. Wow.
Yeah, incredibly powerful title, just incredibly powerful work. Yeah, love it.
That was prompted by a picture sent to me from Coach, um, in dealing with the war. Um, so yeah, just another piece that I felt necessary to share tonight.
I came in just in time for that one, good brother. I'm so glad I did. That was good to come right into, bro.
Dope. Welcome, brother. It's good to see you tonight, man. I see some other faces that showed up too. Escape Artist, CP Mays, Gemini Fox. Good to have you all with us tonight. All right, we're gonna keep the energy moving. I do ask that we keep each other lifted during this time. It's not always easy to express um, or share a piece. So I just ask that after each person shares, we show them some love and support. All right. So with that being said, please open your hearts and your mics and let's show some love for the Magus, Gustav Salas.
Woohoo,
Let's
Megas!
go. Let's go, man.
Woo!
Greetings, beloved poets. I am coming to you tonight from the fascist state of Florida. The Florida Board of Education approved several tweaks on Wednesday to to the state standards for teaching social studies, but left intact the teaching that slaves develop skills which in some instances could be applied for their personal benefit. This is bullshit. Florida is a fascist state. I have two poems for you tonight. Let's start. This is called The Dictionary. Florida's Escambia County removed the dictionary from their school library shelves in order to comply with Ron DeSantis's fascist book ban, simply because kids can look up sexually related terms. If they do not get their facts straight from authoritative sources, this is what could happen. I farted on my girlfriend's butt and now I think she's pregnant. If I become a dad at 10, whatever will I do? I'm indignant. I do not have a dictionary to tell me what that means. Banning books is just as Nazi as it seems. Kids will turn to other kids for their misinformation. Legions of little sex fiends infecting the nation. Syphilitic morons become burdens on the state. Our children, domestic infant suppliers. Ain't that great? Ignorance is only cured by knowledge. We cannot wait to educate them till they get to college. Sex is a fact of life, not something to hide from kids. Education is to teach the facts, not what DeSantis forbids. Words are the building block of a real education, even penis, vagina, orgasm, and ejaculation. The dictionary is the gateway drug to knowing your shit. Taking it away creates a void, a pit. Don't be surprised if your kids get knocked up. Herpes, gonorrhea, HIV, all fucked up. Trying to shield your child is a futile exercise. Bring back the dictionary and open their eyes. And I'm just spitting mad tonight about Florida. This is the DeSantis trilogy. This is part one, Retrograde Ron. Let me tell you a little bit about Ron DeSantis and his retrograde views. Some of you know, to others, this will be news. He's old school, like the 1860s, racist as fuck, bans books and thoughts. Man, does he suck. Ron's anti vax and anti science to boot. To those who oppose him, he's a real brute. Just ask Disney what he did with Don't Say Gay. He must never be president. This I pray. His fascist views are regressive, domineering, autocratic, and repressive. Want to move forward to the future? We can't with Trump, Ron, the Trumpist ass smoocher. So heed my words and don't buy the media hype. Ron's a fucking brown shirt gutter snipe. Not fit to lead this country, my friends. So stand against DeSantis, because this fight never ends. This is Ron's palinode. A palinode or palinode is an ode in which the writer retracts a view or sentiment expressed in an earlier poem. I once wrote a poem comparing W. Bush to Satan, though he's a smirking war criminal, and now it's not him I'm hating. This poem is about Ron DeSantis, Florida man. He's come to screw you any way he can. Whatever you do, don't say gay. Make all bad thoughts go away. Like CRT in your math textbooks. Sure, these guys may sound like kooks, but trust me, they are deadly serious. If you let Ron win, he'll get imperious. He'll have you bow before his greatness and praise his white male Christian straightness. And this is Meet DeSantis. DeSantis, meet DeSantis. He's a modern Stone Age governor. He is dumb as a rock. Took the CRT right out of history. Someday, maybe Ron will win the fight. Then we'll be so fucking far right. When you're with DeSantis, have a yabba dabba do time, a dabba do time. Don't say a gay old time. Don't say a gay old time. Thank you.
Damn.
Wow, come on, Megas.
Wow.
Come on, man.
Vegas, I ain't gonna lie.
Wow.
That's one of the most
Yeah.
entertaining
Crazy.
poems I've heard in a long time, Vegas. I ain't gonna lie. That was it. One of my favorites from you so far. I've heard a lot of poetry from you so far, but that is one of my favorites, bro, for sure.
That's
That
what's
was
up.
epic.
You definitely raised the bar with that one, Megas. I appreciate you, man. Always speaking truth, you know. And it's real wicked that they as if they haven't destroyed or kidnapped and harbored enough information. They're still out to destroy this knowledge before it gets to the youth, before they have an understanding of what's been set for them. You know what I'm saying? And then we wonder why we living in so much chaos. You know what I mean? Um, it's a blissful thing to be ignorant, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Um, and it's scary, man. That's why we got to do diligent work as parents. We got to really, really buckle down and try to get our children to understand, because there's so many distractions that are pulling them away um, from who they are meant to be. I'll just say that. But thank you for both shares tonight, Megas. Y'all show the Megas some love, please.
Whoa, Megas. I think
Yes.
I think those cats need a good like Trump and the set like they must have went through their entire life without having just one good ass whipping given to them. You know what I'm saying? Like just one good beat the brakes off your ass whipping. But they wouldn't be trying to get away with so much shit they do. You know what I'm saying? Like they need some ass whippings for everybody. 2024 ass whippings, everybody heading up. Yeah.
You know, the streets got a different type of ass whooping for you. You know, I think some of these adult behaviors have been patterned through the bloodline, through the raising. You know, you're a product of your environment. You're a product of your parental guidance. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, a lot of these dudes didn't they don't know what outside had waiting for them. You know, so outside look different today. You know, yeah. Thank you for that. Again, big love to you, Megas. Big
Yeah, that
love
was epic.
for that shit. All right, let's keep the energy up, y'all. Y'all, please put your hands together, unmute yourselves, show some love for the next artist, the amazing Mary Peterson. Mary
Marianne, yeah.
Marianne. The quick killer, the quick killer.
Marianne.
Hello. This one is called Everybody Gets Angry. I wrote this morning at 1:57 a.m. Eastern Time. Everybody gets angry sometimes. It's what you do with the anger that can help you or harm you. I get angry really quickly. I yell when I get angry. My youngest son gets angry too, but when he gets angry, he explodes. He will destroy property, even his own sometimes. He screams. He will hit others. He will swear. He will call people names. He cannot control his emotions. If he doesn't stop with what he is doing, he will land where he won't want to be, whether it is in a hospital again or in jail. He does not stop and think of the consequences of his actions. He seems to not care. He needs to use his coping skills, but he chooses not to more often than not. I wish he would stop. He abuses us over and over again. He cannot seem to stop. I'm very upset because of it. I'm under constant stress. That's the first one. Next one I'll read is called Home. It was based on Ryan Potts' Home, and it had to be an acrostic poem. I wrote this on the 28th of this month. H is for happy, O is for owning, M is for much love. E is for everybody loves everybody. This is what home means to me. That's it for that one. Then my last one is also based on a writing of Ryan Potts in memory of. So I wrote this one in regards to that, and it's called I Remember, and I wrote it on the 28th of this month at 12:16 a.m. Eastern Time. I give honor to my grandfather, adoptive dad, by keeping writing. I have memories of him in my mind. Remember still when he helped me get my first short story published in his newspaper column. Remember him as a writer as well. Remember where I was when he died from cancer. Remember him as a very good creative person. Remember when he told me I was adopted on a week before my 16th birthday after keeping it from me for many years. I cried that day. Remember him bringing me to Florida because my grandma had to go there to get treatment for MS. Remember him being on oxygen when he was fighting his cancer battle. I remember reading my poem, Our Final Goodbye, which is what helped him feel like he could finally let go. I remember him as if it was yesterday. That's it for that one.
Thank you, Mary Ann. Y'all unmute yourselves and show some love, please.
Yes.
That was a beautiful
Marianne.
poem, Mary.
Marianne!
Oh, Mary
Yeah,
Ann.
Marianne.
Thank you for your vulnerability. Yeah, you always come with the vulnerability.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Mary Ann, a couple things that I like that you do. First thing that I will take note to is the way you keep track of time,
Uh-huh.
the way the message comes to you. It came to me
Yeah.
on this date. It came to me at this time. I
Uh-huh.
think it's so dope that you document that, and
Thank-
you know, just know that those will be footprints to when your child gets older, and he decides to chase back some of mommy's work. He'll have a better understanding of who you were and what you were thinking in those times. So that's
Yeah.
dope that you literally keep track of the time that's spent, and
Thanks.
shall I say that's utilized. Another thing that you do that I really love is that um, you speak from the love of your family and your community. Always.
Yeah.
I always hear how diligently you are working to be a better person through
Yeah.
your work. I love that about you, and I just pray that that energy never leaves you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Y'all show some love for Mary Ann again, please. Mary Ann
Marianne.
coming to the room so subtle and
Thank you,
humble.
Marianne.
All right, let's raise the level up. Y'all put y'all hands together, unmute yourselves, and open up your hearts and your mics, and let's show some love for Brooklyn in the house, Miss Erica Floyd.
Woo-hoo.
Erica.
Brooklyn.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I am so tired. I'm just going to read one piece tonight. I don't have it titled. This was an impromptu prompt. I was tagged on it, and it was to write about poets or a poet that you admire. Let's see here. I got to meet him once upon a time. No fairy tale or nursery rhyme is this story. Up close and personal was he. Personally, no longer mystery, word mastery, masterfully weaving thoughts, a visionary. Reality, no fantasy was he, animated in his delivery. His mouth had me spellbound, casting spells, bounding me at the edge of my seat. He sat only a few feet from me. Performance on fleek, undaunted by eyes peeled on him, appealing to ears, voice arousing, hitting deep in me. Savage beast soothed, smooth by full lips, smoothly delivering wisdom that is him, since it's in him, spewing life lessons, lest we concede as peasants. Microphone as a throne in his kingdom, laying down rules of engagement, effortlessly competitive. His tone of voice, seductive, calming as a sedative, having you reevaluating the life you've lived, rendering you meditative. He is a force to be reckoned with, yet his force will be with you always, ways in which you won't forget. I promise you no regret if you attend his set, his flow wilding as outlaws in the West. One can all be awed by his unique style of dress. Juan Kenobi isn't his last name, but you can venture a guess. He is no sellout, but his features are always sold out. Thus, an evening with him is time and money well spent, no doubt. Poem.
Oh
Oh
no,
my God,
you
your voice is
didn't.
like chocolate.
Yeah,
It is
Erica,
so good.
fantastic work. Your delivery is just smooth, smooth like a fine wine. Just amazing.
Before you even got to it, that's who I was thinking of. Oh my Lord, have mercy. I've been trying not to imagine what he looks like or what he's gonna be like. Erica, you're not helping me.
Well, at least you know who he is because you're going to see him. What, this weekend? Is
Yes,
it?
I'm featuring him this Saturday.
I'm like, doggone it. I hate you.
But you met him already. I've never met him. Okay, everybody, it's Obi West. It is Obi West. Yeah, he is one Kenomi. He's my only hope. Lord have mercy.
Obi
Thank
is
you. The
fucking
wit. And
phenomenal. Yeah, once you get into his presence, you'll see how special of a being he is. His work is truly, truly remarkable. Big shout out to him.
Y'all are
Yeah.
killing me here.
Well, why? I mean, you're getting ready to have your experience. You'll be fine.
yes, you
I
will.
have the hugest crush on Obi West. Like
Me too. Although
massive.
I'm too old for him, but hey, I'm definitely on his
You
work.
see, I took a step out and I told him. So now I'm gonna meet him in person. Oh my God, it's gonna be awkward. I told him like a year ago, 2 years ago. Yeah. So
Oh, oh,
yeah, this was me stepping out of my comfort zone in everything in my life. And I'm like, why not this too? Like a crazy ass person. Now here I am. I'm gonna meet him. Oh Lord, have mercy. Mercy has
bless your heart. Enjoy.
bless my heart.
Look, Don't
That's
you
all.
don't you be in there spinning around in that room, pirouetting and all that. Um, One thing I'll say that's phenomenal about Obi is he truly touches every corner of the room from a seat. I've never really seen a poet do that. Um, normally I have to bring so much um animation or energy to reach all those realms. But he's really a concentrated energy and he bounces from all over the room. You definitely gonna enjoy his vibe. Shout
Oh,
out to him.
mercy. That's my birthday gift to myself. So, okay. Thank you for the
Hey,
confirmation.
well, make sure you go live so we can sing happy birthday to you. You
I
you're not
will.
you're not gonna hear us, but we'll be in the background singing it.
I'm gonna let y'all keep on. I'll be listening and looking.
That's what's up. You're a great share, Brooklyn in the house. We appreciate you tonight, and I hope you get the rest that's needed so that you can be your energetic self. You're
Thank you.
such a butterfly.
I had to work 10.5 hours today. I thought they were going to let me off early when I had to go in early, but that wasn't the case. But I had to keep focusing on the fact that I'm going to get time and a half for those few hours. So
That's right. Got to get that bag. Got to get to the bag.
that part.
I understand. I know how well we understand. So we all adults in here, so we know what it's like. All right, y'all show us some love one more time, please.
And thank you for the space. Thank you for the space.
Always, always. Thank you for being here with us. You know that. All right, let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. My man got a feature coming up this week. Actually tomorrow. It's gonna be phenomenal. I can't wait to see him do his thing, get that working. Y'all open up your hearts and your mics and show some love to my food dog, the one and only Nemo Soon. Let's go, Nemo.
Nemo, the incredible Nemo Soon.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah, so tomorrow I've got some memorizing still to do, but I'm excited. So tonight I'm going to go ahead and just read them so that I can read them. But I'm going to read you the poem I'm going to open with that I've been writing this week. And I'm going to read the poem I'm closing with that I wrote the week before that. So, new ink. I have a trigger warning for vulnerability. I have a trigger warning for pain that can be hard to hold in. I have a trigger warning for open heart surgery performed on stage for the sacrificial knife held aloft because some higher power needs proof. I have a trigger warning for family unfriendly phrases and words that rhyme with fuck. I have a trigger warning for a poet in pain, writhing in words, talking tragedy, feeling shit, and sharing. I have a trigger warning for verbal violence, for truth you take in the solar plexus, for doors kicked in and secrets dragged out, screaming into the light. I have a trigger warning for actually being seen, for masks lifted, souls glimpsed, and flaws exposed. I have a trigger warning for eyes once opened that cannot close. I have a trigger warning for meaning with a capital M. I have a trigger warning because the person sitting next to you is holding in the hurt. Because someone in this room is in crisis. Because this life is just too brutal to do alone. I have a trigger warning because I'm talking to you. Because this is about us. Because what we feel matters. This is a trigger warning because if you're listening, this could make a difference. If I do my job, these words will trigger you. And this second piece is based on the title of a song, Let the Bells Ring by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Mr. Grief left his card for next time, now that the path is clear and the pain ain't so bad anymore. The smell of lightning rises from the ashes now that the house has burned to the ground. The peals of thunder are barely audible as the storm crawls away. So let the bells ring. Blows landed did their damage, but the pounding's done. Black eyes and broken hearts, there's still rage in this ragged man. Holding on to ropes to stay standing, but I was never strong. This fighter doesn't get to fall. So let the bell ring. Feeling damned made death's dance seductive, until putting my shoulder down pushed the dark back enough to get the words out. But demon songs still echo in my ears no matter how much I heal. So let hell ring. I've had my bell rung, been stung, flung, I've fallen, but I never had wings. Always too far from heaven to be heard, but still spitting scripture like some devil's son. So let the muse sing. May these verses resonate. May they give you fuel to fight. Maybe we can spend what we have left feeling less alone. Healing hearts, grabbing hands, listening. I'm listening. I'm still listening. So let the bells ring. Thank you.
Come on, man. That shit was magical, bro. You're gonna do amazing.
Fucking tastic. You're gonna rock that show
You're gonna
tomorrow.
rock that shit, bro. Like no cat. I wish I was there to see you, bro, on stage, actually perform that, bro. I'm excited for you, bro.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see you in person, Nemo.
And I told you, Nemo, like I added that shit to my lexicon. Like I feel as if somebody's trying to dry snitch me or trying to get me to fight them. I'm just gonna stare them at the eyes and be like, "Let the bell ring." Like it's such a last line. Like, let the bell ring. Like you know what I'm saying? It's a beast. It's a beast.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I
Yeah, it's
can't
really
wait,
cool to
man.
perform
I
with you.
can't wait to feel your energy in that space tomorrow, man. I'm just glad I can be there with you, bro. As a support system. I know you're gonna do amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
And you gotta show some love to Nemo one more time.
Hey, Nemo.
Nemo, that was dope, bro.
Nemo.
If you get anything from Nemo, he gonna make you feel some shit. You gonna feel some sort of I don't even want to say discomfort. I want to say like a recollection. You know what I'm saying? To remind you that you're fucking live by listening to some of the shit that come out of you, man.
Yeah,
Very powerful, bro.
I was gonna say the same thing about Nemo. Nemo, your style, man, it reminds like jumping on Wit's back, like your shit reminds us how human we really are. Like that's what your poems do. And it's a beautiful thing, man. Like let the bell ring. Let the bell ring.
You say the nicest things, sir. Thank you. I mean, that's beautiful. Thank you.
That's what's up. I love it. I love it. Let's keep this energy flowing, man. Y'all get ready for some phenomenal work, please. Open up your hearts and mics for me once more. And let's show some love to the amazing Artie Fox. Come on through.
Hey.
What's poppin'?
Hey, Art.
Before you tap in, brother, I was eavesdropping in on your live earlier today, and I appreciate a lot that came through in that conversation because we such at war with ourselves because people can't see past the division to create unity amongst each other. So I appreciate you for addressing those issues and for the words that were spoken, man. You have the floor.
Nah, much love, Wits. I think, but there's no formula to poetry, right? But I have a formula to my life, and I know what God pushes me to do. So I can't really move how everybody move. I know it's gonna be some stuff I say within my poetry, and when I'm talking it, not gonna agree with, and people not gonna like. But I feel like it's necessary, and I hope that before people judge me for it, they will come and want to have a conversation and understand that I only want the betterment of this poetry shit. I don't have no personal gripes with nobody, which is why I'm against stuff like competition, only when it lacks integrity, though. Because I love competing. I'm a competitive ass motherfucker, but I don't want to compete and then hate you afterwards. I don't have that type of energy in me. So I don't want to portray that in nothing I do. If that's what you want to do, that's cool. But I just try to make that clear that if it don't have some integrity in it, I don't have to compete with you. I'm busy fighting my own demons. I don't have time to fight nobody else, bro. To be real. But I'm gonna get to it. This first piece is called The Moon. Rest in peace. One of my favorite poets, Michael Roethlisberger. He passed away. But before he passed away, I gained probably more from him than I know this might sound crazy, but there's never been a Caucasian male who taught me as much as this man did. And that might not seem like a big statement to a lot of people, but if you know me, that's a big statement to me. So big up to Mike, because I ain't have a dad growing up, but he's somebody that made me feel good to be able to speak to a older man and respect it. But here we go. My old friend Michael would call me anytime I was down. I feel like he could sense that my soul was kind of shook. I mean, he'd hit me up at crazy times. As soon as I got on the phone explaining to me that the moon shine real bright and it radiates, no matter how crazy it actually looked. I mean, its color, its aura. He told me that how I acted and reacted reminded him of the moon in an afternoon book. To be honest, y'all, I didn't understand that reference at all. But I could tell the joy and the passion that he wanted me to feel. I mean, to look upon the sky and those impossible dreams as a child that I once had, they could all be real. That seeing similarities in our circumstances that only time being parted could finally reveal. I was still broken. But he wanted me to understand how the glow made those shadows place kind of disappear. That when the moon shifts through space at a rapid pace, that with your eyes, you might not see it, but the human ears, well, they probably also couldn't hear. That the whispers of angels smoking pot on the moon's surface. So if I not only open my eyes, but my soul, I can see that here, the smoke all goes down. I mean, gravity's working. He told me not to put too much time or thought into understanding oxygen here, that just being is like breathing. So inhaling without any doubt is the only way I could ever create a real sense of defense against the fear. I didn't understand half of it, y'all. And I needed him to know that when I look out the window, all I see is storms. I'm not even sure what the moon is or what direction it actually might be in, because consistently my generation is being torn. I wanted him to understand that I could feel what he was talking about, but the words, they were kind of not right. I mean, night after night, seeing nothing but darkness and patterns that everybody who looked like me always had to fight. I mean, to stare into midair and want to see a glow, but the only thing I saw was past holes from all of my past woes that say nothing but holes. Not another rhyming word, y'all. Just holes. And to be completely honest, Mike, I do want to see the moon. But even more, I want the moon to see me. I mean, a small star, hoping to one day shine as bright as he or it or she or whatever the moon actually could be. I mean, I gotta tell the moon, like, Mr. Moon, I glow. I mean, I help people just like you. I mean, not just for myself, but almost everybody I know. Like Mr. Moon, I am seeing actually some cool stuff that I've been trying to break it down. I just want people to kind of see. Like Mr. Moon, I should get a space right next to you, even if it's a little dot. People can point up, like, I think that's me. I mean, Mike, listen, I know you gone, but I know you finally got a seat at the table. I mean, talking to the Lord. Could you tap him on his shoulders for me? Tell him, I want to be just like the moon. But I think God's the only one who can do it. That's my first piece. Second piece is called Again. Why am I beefing with rap again? Like, boy, fuck poetry. You are in all of your feelings. Why are you sounding and looking so whack again? I'm thinking, wait, rap, what are you talking about? I mean, you standing on business, but you looking and feeling kind of, where those bars at? You trapped again. I mean, healing harmed humans, but self-love is what you lack again. And rap get to talking like, I hate when you in that box, claiming to be building, but all I see is hidden ops, more people hating. Rap tap me on my shoulders like, Fox, are you listening? I'm like, Rap, you should calm down. I mean, where's the alarms now? He's telling me to hush, because all I hear is, when's your next feature? I see you extra busy, but most times those people being nosy already ready to compete with you. Then there's angry vibes and disposition that you clearly don't deserve. And if you give as much as they do them, they'll look at you like a crazy person who has no type of nerve. I agree. But to be honest, Rap, something's got to give because poetry helped save my life. I won't let it be something that literally drains my light. I mean, dark times unprotected, so a loss of sight. Like Rap, you was with me. So if anyone understands why I can't give up now, Rap, you should get me. I'm not being soft. No, I'm just doing what God said was right for the century. I mean, you was with me. I mean, I stood on stages, side by side my sins, surrounded by sounds of my soul, and folks stuck staring. Why were they waiting? Why watch waterfall? I mean, that waterfalls stuck in pure infatuation. Rap was the only one there as I cried my tears out after red rain went slowly back up, and we both came to the same conclusion. That's just life's evaporation. I mean, confused because the cluster of clouds I thought was formed from fog, I found out it was from the falling. Again, Rap, it was a lack of information. I mean, I cared for and helped create new places, and I did it with the most patience. I made sure to take out all my time from the bottom up. I mean, so much detail in the foundation. Then just like those 3 little pigs, all the stuff I crafted, it's fell faster than I built. To find out it was a lack of love for things I passionately created. Then I'm alone, Rap, stuck, thinking about giving up. Like wondering if I'm even giving enough to things I can't control, Rap. Am I even living enough? I mean, life, that is. I'm not even sure if this fucking poem is even half right, that is. I mean, yelling to myself all fucking night, like, is rap right? Or the rap turn into poetry? The only thing with the ability to save my fucking life. I think that's right. I think that's all right. That's my piece now.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all come alive. Open up your mics and show some love.
Woo-hoo. Let's go, poet. I love you. I miss you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Okay, what I will say, Artie, I appreciated that first piece because your connection with that gentleman made you tap into your inner child and reconnect with what's pure about, wanting to be seen, wanting to shine, wanting to be, great in this existence. And it showed in that piece. I heard the second piece that you did. I heard that before, and I enjoy it as well. It's not a competition, but it's a conversation between rap and poetry, and I like the way you found you found a way to humble rap within your message. So that was dope.
Terrific work, Artie.
Nah,
Terrific.
man, love. I appreciate that. Which that first piece is a piece that's super dear to me. I'm not even because of the person, but just like you said, it gave me a chance to kind of take a different look in myself. And even as I think back to those conversations, at the time, I didn't realize that that's what he was doing. I didn't realize that the conversation wasn't about the moon, that the conversation the whole time was about me. It wasn't until he passed away that I have that revolution with myself. So now when I do that poem, almost every single time I'm able to go back to those conversations and think like I would say stuff like, man, I don't got nobody that understand me, or I don't got nobody that care. And the reality is I got a lot of people around me who care, but I'm so used to not having it that I almost don't know what it looked like. So it sucks that something like this had to be relevant to me when he passed away, because I wish that when he was alive, I could tell him the exact same shit that I'm telling you right now. Like, bro, I'm glad somebody saw me, bro.
The beauty in what you just said is this is how we live forever, by affecting people, and then they live you. You know what I'm saying? That's the point in our messages. That's why God utilizes us the way he does, for us to affect one another. You know, when you leave an impression on someone, they'll always carry you. So your spirit don't die. The vessel must leave, obviously. You know, all vehicles break down at some point. You know what I'm saying? But that spirit is eternal. Yeah. Y'all show some love to Artie Fox one more time, please.
Artie, amazing.
Always beautiful, Artie.
So let's keep it going. Y'all open up your hearts and your mics and show some love for this eccentric woman, the amazing Marissa Prada.
No. Oh, no. I knew you were
Yes.
gonna do that. I was talking shit. I'm talking shit, so I knew you were gonna do it. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me
Let's go.
come out. Let me come outside. I still haven't even taken a shower from this morning. I've been going nonstop today. Stay. All these crescent wrenches feel they gotta fall down right now. No, I don't want to be big. I want to be small, Mr. Wins.
You
Me
sure
back
self, you
regular.
better want to be big. You better think big.
I mean regular. I'm not a size queen. I want to be regular. Okay. But Artie, I totally fucking love Artie. If you guys are not following him, please do so. He's amazing and I just love him. I wasn't even really prepared because I'm literally making dinner right as we speak. But I was in a workshop. The fourth Wednesday of the month, there's a workshop here locally here in Albuquerque, and they do a prompt. And where is it? So I'm going to read the piece that I wrote for that. And the prompt. Can you guys hear me okay? There's like a lot of cars passing by. Are we good? Everyone good?
Yes, you're coming through fine.
I hear you, sweetie.
The cars.
Erica! It's Erica Floyd!
Yeah.
She makes your whole world better. All right. All right. Clearly I'm not prepared. So it is a writing workshop. It's like read and share and then open mic. So we took a line out of American Graveyard Calls to End Gun Violence, who of course Mr. Witz and Jaw are in. And the line was, who pulled the trigger? So that was the prompt that we used for this poem. And this is what I wrote to that. Who, what, when, where, why, how? Always so many questions about accountability and blame. Game of needing 60 seconds of fame, framing fault to be not actually so bad. Because who pulled the trigger was a walking infant premeditated NRA warning sign, advising an update to the old school supply list with an extra box of tissue required for when your child doesn't make it home. Because someone didn't pull the right trigger on gun reform, on legislation that would prevent an 18-year-old kid from buying a gun instead of a beer. Because someone didn't pull the right trigger on legislation that would prevent a walking infant premeditated NRA warning sign to purchase an AR-15 from firing 45 rounds per minute, or 16 rounds per minute. I'm sorry. Or 16, let me back up, or 600 rounds per minute with bump stocks where it takes 1/600th of a second to fire a single bullet from the gun. Because someone didn't pull the right trigger on buying ghost guns on a website or regulate the sale of guns at gun shows, because the illusion of muscle must mean strength. And mourning mothers love strength, right? Healthy, strong. Who done it muscle flexing in the lobby of an entire generation of lost children who felt the entire full metal jacket shred their body while blood exploded from their skin until their heart furiously beat itself into failure. Because someone didn't pull the right trigger behind another kindergarten classroom going away party. All the guns and trained bodies of Kevlar in the world, and not one broke down the door to use what should always be the last best bullet, at least to render aid. I wonder how long it took to mop up the blood. I wonder if the linoleum tiles still carry the stains of the innocent slain. I wonder if the cops who flew the cuckoo's nest still feel the stinging hand sanitizer as children died on the floor beside each other. I think about the audacity of the city council of Uvalde, the chief of police, the wonderment of where his fucking sanity went. Because only a crazy, sick, stupid, psycho, inept, delusional egomaniac would believe he still believed to wear a badge. Any badge. Fuck, not even a janitor's badge. I think about him. The epic shitty excuse of a human mopping floors in shitty blue overalls that should be jail stripes in an elementary school one day after another shooting. Swirling children's blood in rosy, soapy water, wondering where his life went. Because he must have only been thinking about himself, while children were probably thinking about their mothers, their fathers, their sisters and brothers, their pets and friends. They must have begged to go home. They must have been so confused as to why no one was coming to help them. Because no one pulled the trigger. No one stopped the shooter's hands from handling that gun. No one stopped his entrance to the school. No one rushed to stop him on his way to the classroom. All the vows in the world were all bullshit. To serve and protect. The wool pulled over the eyes of the flock, and we still stay complicit. As this is our everyday life in America now. Still, we will never see mop companies meeting to lobby about triggers or guns or bullets. But maybe that is where we need to start. Is the 2nd anniversary of Uvalde. We cannot forget, you guys. We cannot forget these children died. We must speak up about this. We must continue the fight against gun violence. I just can't. Like, I don't know where to go as a mother, as a poet. I don't know where to go with this anymore. Like, we have to keep speaking up and fighting about this. It's 2 years later, and I still feel so fucking alone and sad in this journey. And my kids are still in school. And there's gunshots. There's gunshots. I still hear. Like, we have to find a way to do more. I don't know what that looks like, but we have to find a way to do more, you guys. And anyways, I'm gonna mute myself, Mr. Whitson, and I thank you all so much. And just please don't forget about gun violence. Please, please don't forget about it.
We love you, Prada. Thank
We
you.
love you so much.
Oh my God.
Take a moment and breathe. Get you something to cool down. See how much you poured into that piece. We definitely love you for that.
Very necessary.
And you're right, we can't forget. We gotta remember. We gotta remember, we gotta speak on it. You know, that's the only way that we come up with ways to prevent these things from happening again. You know. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you even more for writing it. And I hope you're okay. Take a moment to yourself. Y'all show some love for Prada, please.
Thank you for the courage.
Love you, Prada.
Love you, Prada.
Much love, brother. Thank you for being strong.
Love you, Marissa. You're not alone.
Thank you for keeping the memory alive.
Welcome into the room, Mama Betty. It's good to see you tonight. I just wanted to take a moment to kind of let that one settle on us all. Definitely a heavy message. And heartfelt expression. Thank you, Prada, again, for sharing that with us. All right, let's keep this energy moving forward. Y'all, please open up your hearts and y'all mics, and let's show some love for the multi-talented escape artist.
Woohoo, escape artists!
Escape artist.
Escape artist.
No. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. The first one I'm going to share is called Hope. My grandmother keeps hope alive like it's the last thing she needs to do. Wraps her daughter in it as if it has the power to make a difference. I too have been watering hope for years, hoping it would grow a new leaf or a new flower. I'm sick of looking at it, dried up fickle leaves insisting on death, no matter the amount I water or sow the soil or place the sunshine at its feet. Hope has never done anything good for me. And I have no one to hold this heavy blame for participating in this stupid game. Sometimes my grandmother has so much hope, it makes me angry. Why can't I see what she sees? Why isn't hope good to me? for her. For once, I want to visit and see hope has finally blessed her. All the years of hoping finally paid off. But every day I am jolted to the reality of the same day. Hope hasn't come. She left my family long ago. Maybe it's my fault she left. Maybe my anger drove her away. I'm just exhausted. I feel like I'm being forced to believe in the next Santa Claus, only to find out it never existed. But my grandma keeps hope alive like it's her long lost child, carries it in her chest underneath her bosom to keep it warm. And I can't understand what she sees in it. Can't help but wonder if the disappointment ever weighs her down. Like the tombstone on my heart, maybe the strain of keeping hope alive is what's killing her, straining her heart so much she needs a defibrillator to function. I'm not sure if it's hope or denial, but as a mother, what choice does she make for her children other than to wrap them in the belief that things will get better, even if it is false? For her sake, I will water this dying plant. I will continue to sow the soil and place the sun at its feet, hoping for at least one new leaf. That's the first one. The second one, I think I'm still working on it, but I'm going to share what I have. It's called Magic Carpet. Most people think the words carpet and rug are interchangeable, but there's a difference. A rug covers an area in a room. A carpet spans from wall to wall, leaving no trace of the floor underneath. Right now, Gaza, Sudan, and the Congo are swept under the rug. The world's largest rug is made of 38 tons of cotton and wool and took 1,200 weavers to weave and construct, consisting of 2.2 billion individual hand-tied knots and covering 60,600 square feet. And it is still not big enough to cover the area of atrocities America is involved in. The truth is too big to be covered up, in which case they will lay their carpet from border to border. Soon enough, the world will be covered in carpet for imperialists to walk all over, to cushion the suffering, so as not to get blood on their feet and turn them into red bottoms. There will be no trace of the floor made of the people they walk over, sweeping away enslaved histories and genocides. Carpet-bound bodies swept under the rug and the rubble they were buried in. They must think it's a magic carpet, that once under the rug we forget. How many genocides fit under the fabric of this nation? How many bodies fit under the rug, tripping over her own lies? But America is a dedicated cleaner. She will vacuum every fiber of our existence right out of history. Carpets can hold 4 times its weight in dirt, which means they can cover up 4 times the trauma, can hide 4 times the tragic in histories, souls trapped in the textiles, walked over with guilty shoes. And no matter how much of a dedicated cleaner America is, she will never get the bloodstains out of her rugs, no matter the amount she scrubs or stain remover she applies, no matter the amount of time she tries to beat the murder out of it. There will always be a trace of her barbaric history trapped in the fiber of her being. Thank you.
Girl,
Oh goodness, escape
that
artists. Y'all please open up your mics and show some love.
that was fire for real.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Those last lines, no matter
Back
how
to back.
much of a cleaner America is, she'll never get the blood stains out of her carpet. She'll never beat the murder out of it. Something, I don't know, I'm just fucking your lines all the way up. But they were just so brilliantly written. Like that was an amazing piece. That was
The
amazing.
line
Incredibly well done.
carpet.
Just so
Go-
good. Yeah.
The line
Thank
that a
you.
carpet holds 4 times its weight, that just kind of sank in. That just sank in.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Great share, great share. Y'all show some love for escape artists one more time.
Woohoo! Escape
Ooh,
artist.
escape
Good
artist.
artist. Yeah.
We're gonna be looking for that book pretty soon, huh? Okay, we'll take that. Um, Now let's keep this energy flowing. Um, y'all put your hands together for the other half of this hosting the amazing, multi-talented, and great community activist, Gifted Johnson Wilkerson, please.
Hey,
Sure.
lady.
Hey, beautiful.
Hello, everyone. Whew, those were powerful pieces. Thank you for sharing those, Escape. All righty. What am I doing? Okay. So, Mr. Witz reminded me of a piece because I had no idea what I wanted to do tonight, and I've been running around all crazy. But he reminded me of a piece that I also wrote for Coach. So I'm going to ask you all if you would indulge me and close your eyes so that you can picture the image that I saw. 3 little boys standing atop of ruins, looking down at the destruction from war on their cities, on their homes, but still waving their flag. In the midst of the haze, and when there's no more shadows in the sky, shapeless gloom lurks. Gray ghosts, torn down walls, crumbled stones, fallen where the ground shook, holding breaths as not to breathe in smoke or let out screams. Clusters of dusty rumblings remain, losing the battle to peace. The flag still stands, and they will not be expelled from paradise. To what was known before the worlds collided, before the countrymen tug of war became a firing zone. On low slung homes excavated amongst the ruins. How do you say goodbye? What once was, to embrace what will be. Hope, hoisted pride in the droplets of precipitation, and the flag still stands. Together, we all stand. That's that piece. All right. My next piece will be I do a piece I did for impromptu this week. I have been running around like a crazy woman, but thanks to Mr. Witz and Impromptu and Melanie Johnson, they gave me a reason to take pause, breathe, and write. So this is called Just Leap. Dedicated to my baby girl who will be graduating this week. So here we go. Just leap. Leap. Take the step into your new beginnings, the unknown journey of twists and turns that will shape your tomorrows. free of the entanglements trying to define your design, shadowing the glow of your shine. Just leap. Leap into the path of 1,000 more miles of uncharted discoveries of you. Leap. No fears, only trust. Trust in the land you'll make on steady ground as your inner compass guides the comfort of your new skin. Just leap. That's that piece. Thank you very much.
Yeah, show some love. Please open up your mics and show some love.
Every time your lips part, I hold my breath.
You too?
From the very beginning, yes.
Gemini. That's very sweet.
I think you holding your breath for a different reason than me, though.
Okay, wait. What does that mean?
You don't want him to go in there. You don't want him to embarrass you. You know you
Okay.
easily embarrassed. Don't do that.
Gemini, keep talking. Thank you, though. I appreciate you understanding me.
I
Seems
love
like
your delivery. So
everyone was quiet.
Look, I've been waiting for this like interaction from the first time y'all shared pieces side by side. I've been waiting for this union, so I'm gonna keep quiet and I'm gonna keep looking.
We got some magic coming. I'm super excited
Did y'all like?
about it. Matter of fact, before I even talk about that, let's go back a little bit. Your first piece was, I think it was genius of you to ask us to close our eyes, and you literally took us to that space. I could see the destruction. I could see the distraught in those children, up atop the rubble of what used to be their homes and families. Yeah, that was a amazing walk that you took us on. Definitely heartfelt. For the second piece, I think that was beautifully written. Shout out to Amaria, your baby. So happy for her, reaching her goals and continuing to journey in this life. And just proud of you for the effort that you're putting into helping her to accomplish those things. But some of you who haven't been here last week, I wanted to bring acknowledgement to Gifted, who was a few weeks ago sworn in by the governor of Ohio as the commissioner over the school boards out there. Super amazing. She's so humble, and you know, she's one of the most unselfish people I've ever met in my life. And I just love the way she gives and how she gives without reward, meaning she don't look for the homage because it came from a genuine place. So I just think it's amazing that you've accomplished that, that they've reached out to you and pulled you into something so amazing. So again, congratulations on that. And I think we should all celebrate her for that.
Congratulations, Gifted. That's gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, before I get
Gemini.
off the screen, while I still got her blushing and stuff like that, we got an amazing book that's on the way. It's finished. It's finished. It's finished. We're just waiting for 2 write-ups, and then we're gonna bring it to you all. I can't wait to share it with her in many spaces, in person and through the screen. So y'all be on the lookout for Phased by an Impressionable Moon, because it's here. It's here.
What you saying? I need to save money so I can have y'all come down to feature it. That's what you trying to
Yes,
say.
yes, we would love that. We would love that.
Love,
Actually,
love, 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 love.
Actually, we're trying to plan a trip to Florida, so that just might work out if we can, get that all worked out in the same time. Yeah, we want to come see y'all beach.
Wherever in Florida you are, I'm going to try to make my way there. I'm in Tampa. The beaches in Clearwater and St. Pete are okay. Siesta Key is better. And then you go down to Sarasota. So, like, let me know where you're going to be at.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I love it. Thank you.
That's what's
Thank you,
up.
Versatile. I like that title too. We fought over it, but he won.
There was no fight. We do fight, but there was no fight over the title. I don't think we fought over the title. We may have had some hand-to-hand combat and bringing it together, but I don't think there was no fight over the title. I
Okay.
must have missed that one. Was I asleep during that time?
Whatever. Let's go
Yeah,
on. Thank you all for listening to my words. Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Witts.
That's what's up. Y'all keep that energy going, please. Let's open up our hearts and our mics one more time. Let's show some love to Job or Smalls. I need to hear y'all. That was a quiet celebration. Can y'all please unmute yourselves and welcome this young man?
Say woohoo, and I think he's still in the shower.
No,
Yay.
he's not in the shower.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he's here. Okay.
Yeah. I went, kind of disappear and I just, catch myself in the moment. So yeah, I will give you 2 pieces today. The first piece is a collaboration of the Mrwitzthepoet. I was speaking about nature, so this is how my version of the story go. Everybody have a story. When like in a relationship, you got the wife, the husband, the boyfriend, and girlfriend got a story. He tell his story. No, I tell my story. Anyhow, goes like this. A bad wind never blow. Don't get it twisted. Our days travel in the speed of light, and my being is truly self-existing. The level of human intellect keep elevating. Birds keep celebrating, and the trees feel unlisted. Mountain and trees drop right to their knees. It's a higher form of worship, just like honey and bees. Branches keep breaking, frosting lemon and leaf. Devastating earthquake causing countless masterful disease. Mother Nature is a form of godliness. Who want to be a godless wretch? Humankind is mixed up with all countless religions, but Mother Nature is a pure form of godliness. And that was the first piece. The second piece, give me a second here to pull it up. Technical difficulties, no. Oh shit, it's right here. The second piece is called Not Knowing, and it goes like this. Read me and dishonor me with your lips. The interpretation of my work is like scripture, when you devour it like Hades at the bottomless gloom of the abyss. But what is knowledge, and why I have been deceived by it? Yet we do not know nothing, but by the instrument of poetry, I have discovered it. The ever-expanding universe is filled with vast knowledge, heavenly influenced by men, and get lost by men's knowledge. The foolishness of man can make you burn. The power of not knowing can make you see the beauty of the earth. And that's the end of those two pieces.
Thank you, John Moore. Y'all open up your mics and show some love.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Woo-hoo!
That first piece was very beautiful. What a read. Who's saying good night? Are you leaving us, Foxy Jim?
No, Escape Artist said that they had to leave.
Yes, Kate.
Oh, Escape Artist left. Okay, I missed that. Okay.
I didn't want her to leave without me acknowledging her, but because I know you guys were busy listening in.
Yes, thank you for that because you brought it to my attention as well. God blessings to you, love. Thank you for coming and sharing with us as always. Yeah, get some rest. You're a mommy, so I know how your time is. You know, you can get drained real easily, so you shouldn't be up this late anyway. Go and get you some sleep, and we'll see you on 707 on AJ, right?
I told her to hug the baby for us. Uh-oh, she
That
gone.
part. Yeah.
She gone. Okay.
Yeah. So shout out to her. But again, John Moore, thank you for your shares, man. Two great pieces. Keep pushing your pen and tap in with me and we'll get to work, all right?
All right.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Y'all show some love to John Moore Smalls one more time, please.
Hey.
Woo!
That's what's up. And while y'all loving on John Moore, keep that energy up. Open up your hearts and mics and show some love for the phenomenal CP Maze.
CP!
The megaphone.
The megaphone. I mean, I'm no Obi, you know, but I try to do what I can do for you. That's good.
Oh,
I
y'all
got two
need to
new pieces.
behave.
I got two pieces.
Okay.
One that I just so happened to find like the other day in the poems from like 2001. And if you ever like read your old shit, like typically we're like, oh man, like my writing kind of fucking sucked back then. But to have a poem still hold weight now, it means a lot. So here's the poem. It's called Car Crash. Tomorrow's a promise I've never learned how to keep. Yesterday is all I've ever known how to hold on to. It'll make more sense when the present makes more sense. I promise I will always love you like a car crash. Tongue like a tabernacle, well versed in razor tide, she learned to speak lacerations, suicide notes, and I love you fluently before ever graduating the 6th grade. By 8th grade, her mother died, leaving her only an arranged marriage, more like a summer shotgun wedding between her and Jack Daniels. By spring, she divorced and left him for Jose Cuervo. They still hold menage a trois from time to time. The first time we kissed, she stared straight into these two parole boards that she will later sentence and convict as my pupils and beg for me to always love her like a car crash. Baby, I never meant to drive you away, but Lord knows I've been afraid of DUIs ever since then. Losing ourselves like religion, I became addicted to the way our scars fucked each other all on this sheetrock we called skin. Do you remember? On my 21st birthday, you showed up to my door wearing nothing but sleeping pills and concrete in your cheekbones. We stayed up all night trying to pave a road towards salvation, just to realize that the roadmap of life has always been published by sin. But on a rainy, cloudy Valentine's Day in 2003, you disguised yourself as both of my witnesses in a courthouse wedding and convinced the judge to sentence me to a 2.5-year marriage of misinterpreted love. But last week, you showed up to an open mic wearing a hippie skirt that flowed like 13 well underdressed hallelujahs, the color of Judas's tears. You bought me a Heineken, 2 mixed drinks, and hugged me so goddamn close you mistake my heartbeat for a rush hour car wreck and drove me home to my 23-degree townhome with no electricity and began to kiss me softer than the wind chill factor we've mistaken as our life, lips puckering like 2 hands praying saying, Maze, I got something serious to ask you. So from the hip I said, shoot. She said, write me something beautiful. And promise to give it to me tomorrow, Maze. Write me something beautiful and promise to give it to me tomorrow. So I did. This is the best that a broken heart can breathe. This is how the opening stanza will read. Tomorrow's a promise I've never learned how to keep. Yesterday is all I've ever known how to hold on to. It'll make more sense when this present makes more sense. I will always love you like a car crash. And some new stuff. It's called Taking Back the Dark. Inspired by Nancy Sinatra. When they come for you, and they will come for you, kill them dead and let their last testament and wills come for you so they can watch what your will can do, bang, bang. There's hot lead, liquor, and a little bit of Lucifer left over in my liver. You can't cold cock a cold clock in boxer briefs, bent off tumbleweeds, wearing nickel-plated 6-shooters who only needs believe that the gates of heaven need to relinquish the gates of hell's backup keys. Draw down and skin that smoke wagon or just stand there and bleed. 10 paces, high noon, turn, shoot, don't forget to breathe, bang, bang. Daredeviling with diction dares you shoot me down, bang, bang. Swinging saloon doors and poker chips and brainstorms will be your last heard sounds, bang, bang. The pit bull I rode into town prefers whiskey warm, and our late night stacks from the leftovers from last night's left sobers, table scraps, and they didn't even say goodbye. They didn't even take the time to lie, bang, bang. My brothers and sisters' pins will shoot you down, bang, bang, till bodies of work hit the ground, bang, bang. From a writer's block, such an awful sound, bang, bang. These brainstorms will leave you drowned. Let it cook, Maze. Bang, bang. I have not yet begun to defile myself. Bang, bang. Son of a gun, cousin of death. Bang, bang. Take brainstorms and ashes and inkswells. Write me out of death. Bang, bang. Till time recognizes that we're top shelf. Bang, bang. You won't shoot me down, bang, bang. You won't shoot me down, bang, bang. You won't shoot me down, bang, bang. You won't shoot me down. Thank you.
Okay, CP. Y'all open up your mics and show some love, please. I think we're gonna have to rename them suicide lines to homicide lines after those 2 pieces.
That first piece had me, and I was just, I thought of Hootie and the Blowfish, Let Her Cry. And like, that's, man, Love you like a car crash. Damn, CP.
Be that way though, right? We've all been there. Yeah.
Jesus.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
My God. They're
Yeah.
holding on today.
CP,
Yeah.
you know, you never cease to amaze me. Never, ever. And let me like a car crash, my lord. That's all I can say. Asante Sana.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You got
Hell of a night.
everybody with that extended metaphor. That poem was phenomenal, bro. Indeed,
Thank you, man. Thank you.
indeed. And you know, just like all your other pieces, it's just so much to hold on to. We gotta literally be able to rewind, and rewind again, just so we can get all the food that you put into your work, bro. But yeah, just great, man. Your pen is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Appreciate that, man. Really, I do. Thank y'all. The
And
night's been crazy. I'm just glad I could offer something. The night's been just powerful as fuck. So yeah.
and his passionate delivery is always. I love the passion.
Thank you. Thank you. Word.
Always. And you didn't wake the house up with that last one, did you?
Nah, Swan cooked dinner late, so the boys in there fucking playing Minecraft, trying to eat tacos and shit all at the same time. So that's good. The house is awake.
That's
The
what's up.
house is
That's
up.
what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we come up on the end of the year anyway. This the cheat time.
Yeah.
Everybody throwing the cheat code.
Yeah, trying to buy Robux and get me to give money for avatar clothes and shit. Yeah,
Man, listen, I already know. I already know, man. My son, he's on the not the Robux right now. What's the other shit that he got me buying for this damn Fortnite?
Oh, that's dangerous. Yeah.
It's another what's the name? And they buying skins, so it's outfits too, but they call it skins on that one. So yeah.
That was
Only thing is,
powerful
I
work.
gotta really
Oh,
watch him with the people that he interface with, but you know, he's just breaking into his teenage stage, so you know how dangerous that is.
Yeah, they know more than we know at that age. So yeah.
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 that was powerful work, CP. Yeah, the car crash, you know, that got me hooked, but the bang bang piece, um, just created a sense of awakening and awareness and just damn. So powerful work. Stop comparing yourself. UCP.
Already.
UCP.
Amen to that.
Thank y'all. Oh shit, I need to come here more often. We need to have Who's Naked up in here on Thursday through Sunday, take a Monday off, come back Wednesday through Friday. We need to do this like all the fucking time. All the time. Thank y'all.
I love it, man. I love this family. It's a few of us missing. Just if you can tap in and check on one another sometimes, we need to do that. You know I've been tapping it with Kazi Kaz and you know, checking on his mental state and making sure that he's good. But yeah, we got family out there, and when you don't see them, that's when you need to be making those phone calls. All right. Big love. Let's keep this energy flowing. Y'all open up your hearts and your mics and let's show some love for Black Silver 47.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hi. So, well, with your permission, I want to play you guys a piece on my guitar. It's online, so I need to do the share screen. And then with your permission, after that, I'll share two short pieces. They're about 30 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds long. So, yeah. So, I need to use this. Let me see. Did you, okay, yeah, I need to use the share screen though. Is it? The saying host disabled participant screen sharing.
Repeat that.
You want to share the screen, love?
Yeah.
Okay. It's done. I don't know. if
Okay,
you
here we
see-
go.
Oh, yeah, I did it.
All
when you
right.
said.
So, okay. So, yeah, can you see me? Can you hear me okay? I'm not playing the video, but can you see
Yes,
this?
we can hear you.
Okay. So this is my piece. It's just, well, I won't get too long-winded as I'm, going to share something else after this, but I'm just going to go ahead and hit play and hope you enjoy it. All right, here we go. Find God. So that's my piece. Hope you liked it.
That was nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice. Yes.
That
Yes.
was dope. You're
Oh,
gonna
that
be
was
playing that
gorgeous.
thing behind your neck before you know it, man, with your teeth and shit.
Get your
You know?
Hendrix on.
Okay. Yeah, I got two pieces. They're about 30 seconds. They're really short. With your permission, I'll continue. So go. I was just asked. Okay, but so I'll just go ahead and read. Okay, yeah, okay. So this piece is called, well, actually, I don't have titles for these pieces, so I'll just start out with the first one. Here we go. Something else sees through my eyes. Something else feeds through my mouth. Something else feels through my hands. It's here right now. It's them again. And that was that piece. And then moving on to the second one, also untitled. Here we go. At the bottom of the void, I spoke to the flame. I told it my woes and worries. It responded. So what's the problem? I was baffled. It seemed not to listen. It said, you're not looking. And with that, my third eye awoke and I saw everything. I pleaded for it to stop. It said, this is what you wanted. Then I thanked the great void and went on my way. And those are those pieces.
All right, y'all open up your mics and show some love for Black Silver 47. That second piece, I want to ask who was you referencing? If I may, you were saying your message was coming from where? You said someone is speaking through me.
Oh, yeah, the first piece. Them. It's like, you know, we all have these voices in our heads, you know, whether good or bad, you know, we all have, it's just how I express those, you know, it's me expressing those voices in my head that guide me, you know, through whatever I'm going through, you know. I kind of like, you know, I say like it's them again, kind of like almost kind of putting like a negative spin on it, but let's be real, it can be negative sometimes having those voices in our heads, like you know, like you again, you know, like this guy, this voice in my head telling me to do this. But I mean, at the end of the day, those voices are, you know, really trying to like, well, in my experiences, like the voices, like they need to be listened to, you know. So it's just me expressing those voices in my head, the good and the bad, you know, because they need to be listened to. They need to be heard and expressed.
Indeed, the voices in your head, the God in you, and you
Because when
just
you ignore them, that's when
gotta understand what's coming through that message. Every message that God gives you has a purpose. You know, even sometimes when we don't understand, you know, what the entirety of the message. You know, I was saying this on another live a few days ago that sometimes the message comes in segments, so it don't all hit you at once. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta grab that piece and put it together like a puzzle. You get some
right,
more
like it's me, right, like it's me expressing my spirit. You know, like I think of those voices as like spirit, but like spirit doesn't communicate like, okay, I need you to do this on this date and this. Like we think, like talking to you, like that's not really how spirit communicates. You know, spirit communicates in like, it could be a song that you just thought of, it like communicates all kind like ways that you wouldn't even think about. And that's a lot of times why we miss like why there's like this disconnect, this miscommunication from spirit. You know, our ancient ancestors, you know, knew how to communicate with spirits. That's why they were like doing all this and building these temples and speaking to each other in symbols, you know. And like, but nowadays it's like we like expect everybody like speak English, you know what I mean? Like we expect everybody to come down to our level, and God's like, no, you gotta come up here. You gotta come up like, you know, this is how we do things up here, you know.
Right.
So it's like, but it's not really something I can like. You kind of have to put your own definition on like how spirit communicates with you because it's different for everybody, you know. So
yeah, I understand once you started going to an explanation, but I wanted to get your interpretation so that I'm not jumping to conclusions. But
Yeah.
great work, bro. Great work.
Thank you. I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. Thank you.
Yeah, indeed. And you keep up with that guitar, man. You're gonna be a bad boy. You're gonna be bad, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so y'all show some love for Black Silver 47 one more time. All right, and while we loving on Black Silver, let's open up our hearts and our mics and show some love to the one and only Gemini Fox, Foxy Gems.
Hey, girl.
Come on, Gemini.
I'm so jealous. I
Oh,
want to go to Florida.
No.
I want to go to Florida.
hello, Miss Betty. Miss Erica Floyd, you are invited to come to Florida anytime you like.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Um, I wasn't even ready. I've been sitting here sewing and vibing. So give me just 1 second. I know what I want to share. I just hadn't brought it up yet. Sorry. Okay.
I love that backdrop.
I actually took this picture of a sunset on one of our beaches, just to kind of hint.
Oh, wow. 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 Yeah.
So if you guys come down, when you guys come down, y'all can come see the beach and look at the sunset, one of my favorite places. Okay. So I delivered this for an ekphrastic, it was an ekphrastic show. So it's still showing in Delray Beach at the Spatty Museum. And it's called Child's Play. Which of you could turn a war zone into a playground? Turn blooded puddles into rainwater, hopscotch over blood of kin. Which of you here could make a feast of thought? Fill your bellies with possibilities. Consume hope for survival. Which of you here could levitate above the noise? The torrents of bombs clouding your future. Which of you here could bonsai an existence out of near termination? Create a utopia limited only by your own imagination. Only a child could. So that was that one. And since Coach Josh Smalls is here, hopefully awake, I'll share something from the Zooms that we had and the poem that I failed to confirm for you guys' book. I'll always own up to it.
I feel like you snuck one in there. What was that?
What? Nothing. Okay. I don't know which one to share now. Okay. Let me find something less heavy.
Don't question yourself. If it was there, it was for purpose.
I know. I'll do rite of passage. This one was from a picture prompt. It was a woman standing with her shoulders back, and she had a beaded outfit. It was basically just a covering on her bosom and kind of almost like a loincloth around her waist with her thigh all the way up to her hips. showing as if there was nothing else, but she was all decked out in beads and shells. So this was that. Is that the right one? Yes. No, it's not. I am so sorry. Oh, come on, Stephanie. It was from Wednesday, right? Okay. Come on. No, I cannot find it. I'll do the one that I found. Yeah. But it was part one of the poem that I was thinking of. I don't have it in front of me. I don't know why. So it's called Rite of Passage. I was 13 the morning I woke up into womanhood. There was no sound. The house was unusually quiet. My birthday was the day before, Friday the 13th. I was used to Saturday mornings filled with the smell of scrambled eggs, the sound of sizzling St. Lucian bakes in the frying pan, the smell of grated cocoa sticks simmering in the boiling pot on the stove, the low hum of soca usually flooding the room from the kitchen to every room of our two-bedroom house. But today, there was an eerie silence, accompanied only by the smell of pine sol from last night's cleaning. The air was heavy. It smelled like death. I had taken my mother's place. My mother's family quickly swept in. I was on a plane to New York less than a week after her funeral. I landed in the middle of a frozen jungle. It was noisy. The people seemed hostile and unfriendly. It was mid-July and everything was covered in a thick coating of white powder. Here, strangers did not greet kindly in passing. It was eat or be eaten, or kill or be killed. Alone had never been so crowded. And there I stayed for 30 years before I heard my father's name again. Social media has a way of finding treasure even Ponce de Leon himself could not discover. I was contacted by a cousin. My father's scent cascaded over me as I read his name, as if his spirit had entered the room. I repeated it out loud like a seance. I felt an eagerness to flee, to return to something that felt less foreign than this place that I called home. I booked the first flight to Kenya. It would be hours before our first stop in London, scurrying through Heathrow, trying to make a connection that was purposely impossible, standing in the queue being scrutinized by customs. As we landed in Nairobi, I was taken aback at the absolute beauty of the glittering metropolitan setting. I had expected to see antelope and wildebeest running wild. I had expected to see monkeys swinging from trees, stealing purses from passers-by. I had expected to see lions feasting on flesh in the middle of the street. I had expected to see the natives, as the Western world called them, barely clothed. But what I found was Jordan, a mocha-colored young man, clothed in a white cotton shirt and tan shorts, waiting for me with a Range Rover, ready to start our tread into the mountains, to my severed roots, to my father's lingering spirit.
Wow, maybe we should have closed our eyes on that one. That was a journey right there too. Y'all please unmute yourselves and show some love to Foxy Gems.
Yes, indeed.
Some of my favorite moments were in that room.
I remember the image that you're talking about. But the young lady, I believe she had also had an elephant tusk.
I believe so.
Yeah. I remember the image. I can't get it vividly, but as you described it, it took me back to that space. That was some magical time that we shared during the quarantine. So I appreciate you revisiting that.
And this was him telling us to go back and create a backstory from the original poem. I'm like, I was so annoyed because I'd written the original poem, and then he said, go back and create. And this was the backstory. This was not even the original poem for that prompt. And I'm mad at myself because I can't find it.
Don't be mad. You can bring it back next week.
Okay.
That's if we can get you. I know your schedule be busy too.
I've been trying to give love to the people who give love, and apparently I have more love than I knew. So I need to come in here and, like, before I forget, dude, stop. Bye. Thank you.
Hello, she's here.
Okay, pick her up. It's the cat.
God, was this when I was born?
Excuse you?
Like, shut up, baby, shut up.
You didn't make a sound. I had to stay up to make sure you were breathing. He was a preemie. Okay, by the way, I just wanted to say, Lord, thank you guys for all of your support, helping me get to Women of the World Poetry Slam. Like,
How was that experience? Tell us
oh
about
my.
that.
It was a bold move. I'm gonna tell you right now, because I would not have been brave enough to do that. So I thank you for being brave. Thank you. I'm gonna live vicariously through you. Right now, all I'm trying to do is do some things that I've never done before, go places I've never been, because life is so short. But go ahead, Gemini, answer his question.
Yeah,
And that's what go ahead, my love.
Gemini, I'm going to always support you, whatever your endeavors and your goals are. I am so proud of you. Like she said, stepping out on faith, being brave, a warrior. Yeah. So, whenever I can, I'm going to always support you. You're another one of my adopted daughters. I just love you to pieces.
Oh, love you too, Miss Betty. Ah, so it was what I expected, and not what I expected, what I was excited about and what I feared all in one. The experience made me understand that, and I always try not to compare myself to anyone. It made me understand that there is no comparison. Each person has their own their own talent, their own passions, and their own agendas. And everyone that came to Women of the World came for a different reason. You had your poets seeking validation. You had those who wanted to be free and thought it would be a good idea to put their worst lived trauma on stage to be judged. Others who just were there for the money and they had studied their craft, so they were very well versed in creating emotion out of nothing and then shutting it off. And then there were people like me who just wanted to step out of their own way. I went scared, went anyway, and just pushing through that boundary of, okay, not being afraid of being seen anymore, stepping out of my comfort zone and just going completely out there. And I got a chance to interact with all of those groups of people and to accept them for who they were at the time that I met them. I know when they went to announce the details of the competition in our orientation, that was the most uncomfortable time for me because I could feel all of their spirits all at once. The good, the bad, the ugly, the divisive, the encouraging, all of it all at once. I saw women during the competition console each other. I saw women use fear as a game tactic in order to strike fear and confusion and doubt in the mind of people they saw as competitors. But there was some very, very beautiful moments, and I got a chance to receive one of those moments. And then I got a chance to give back after someone who shared something that was very painful got a 6, and like sixes or gradation of 6s and 6 point something on a poem that was delivered shaking, and just reliving the trauma. And I told her, I think she got 7s and like a 6. I said, baby, they gave me all 6s on like one of my rounds. And I hugged her, and like the crying subsided a bit. But I had someone do that for me. My mom, I think that the best part was having my mom support me by being the one to give the money for registration. And after I found out I did not make the second round, almost like instinct, she messaged me and asked me how things were going. And for the first time during the competition, I found myself in a quiet spot and I cried. And she told me, don't let these people stop you from sharing, from doing what you know you're supposed to do. And this is my mom, like, who doesn't do poetry. The fact that she has given me bed sheets and all sorts of stuff to make dresses when she was kind of against it, and a little embarrassed when I would share with people like, this was made out of a shower curtain. And she's supporting my poetry, even from afar. For me, that was a win because that meant so much to and we're so much closer than we were before. That meant so much to my heart. Yeah. So that's what I got out of Women of the World Poetry Slam. And I got a chance to meet like Kenneth something. He is just as like straightforward and lovable and soft and warm and sharp all at the same time. Will Allen is just the same way that he was on the screen. I got a chance to see Rudy Francisco again, to meet Pages Martram, and to meet oh my gosh, FL Songbird. Now that right there, I asked if I could take a picture with her, and we sat down, we talked, and she makes her own dresses for her performances. And that right there, that did something for me. Like, I am not like completely weird. And like, and like she exchanged information as far as social media. So that was a blessing to just sit down and have a moment with her to talk to like nerd out about dresses. And for her to show me pictures and stuff. So that was beautiful. I appreciated those moments, those sweet moments more than anything else. Frequency, was it Frequency? Another poet, Frequency. Me and her went on a Goodwill run. And I bought a bed sheet to make another dress, which I made once I got back to Tampa. So those were the moments, and moments by myself and like a little bakery by the water. Things like that, just coming to myself and just being okay, even after not making it through the second round.
Yeah, it sounds like a beautiful experience. I think it was about challenging yourself and making the connections with other energies and spirits that are involved in this craft as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the beauty is that you were able to separate yourself from the competition and realize that you are who you're supposed to be in the moment and still growing. So thank you for sharing that with us. I
And
love you.
I would be remiss if I did not mention the Ebony Payne English. Such a sweet, sweet soul. Like I've seen her here in Tampa like 10 years ago, and her energy and just everything about her. And she was the same when I met her again. It was just so beautiful being in her presence. Absolutely beautiful. And Portia O I met Portia O as well, and she was very sweet.
That's what's up.
Okay, I'm done now.
Okay. And thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you for asking.
Glad you was able to have that experience. All right, I think we got two more poets. So y'all please open up your hearts and your mics and let's show some big love for the queen, Mama Betty.
Woo, my Betty!
Woo!
So, Gifted, are you jealous because she called me the queen? Anyway, such is life. Anyway, here we go. So, you got,
Bring it closer.
so, wind springs alive, gathering, long pebbles, twigs, tumbleweeds, cinnamon-colored leaves, whistling, rustling sounds, twisting, winding over, under peaks, valleys, somersaults, tallest redwood trees, a living, breathing exercise on a high wire in the sky. Magnificent majesty, a professional wrestler slipping, sliding, gliding through presto knots of a world that seems always to meet at a fork in the road. But yet air, the gift of the wind, traverses on. Its native voice, a song, never forgotten, always remembered. And I wrote that poem because, as indigenous people, when we come to this Western world called America, they want to strip us of our language. And so the native indigenous people are trying to save and hold on to their language as we, African people, try to seek and find that language is lost, forgotten. So that's why I wrote that poem. And then this poem. I waited for the crowd to reappear, permeate alleyways fronting orphan buildings, birds seeking contemplation elsewhere, leave birthless empty telephone wires, circumscribe duly to narrow passages, streetlights cast faux ebony shadows on undulating phantom dancers, muted drummers, snapshot, an array of pale colors, sinking into sepia tones. A lone figure waits, anticipates the savory sounds of an infant's sneeze, breath, perfect breeze, piercing, motionless, sedentary clouds, escorting a whirlwind of laughter, the crowd of light to reappear. And that's my second poem.
Beautiful. Do you have the image to show us for that second poem?
Oh yeah, that's this one. Can you see it?
Pick it up higher. There it is. Awesome. We got it.
Wow. Definitely brought new life to the poem, seeing that image.
Right. Right. That's what I wish you would have showed it first, but still, as long as you showed it, it brought more clarity to the message. Both pieces are beautiful. Your hair looks lovely tonight.
Great.
Yeah, y'all show some love. Please open up your hearts and show some love to Mama Betty.
Thank you. I wear my hair like this for you, Mr. Witz.
I love it. I love it.
Mama Betty.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I always love your words, Mama Betty.
That's what's up. So we got one more poet, y'all. If you did want to share and I haven't called your name, please raise your hand. But I know this poet wants to speak. So y'all please open up your hearts and your mics and let's show some love for Rachel.
Woo, Rachel.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate my friend Marissa inviting me this evening. This has been powerful and intense and just what I needed to kind of pick my spirits up because I haven't been feeling that great. So I'm going to share a couple pieces. My first one is an untitled piece and it's a poem in progress. My body is more rich desert landscape and vivid kaleidoscopic skies than overripe flesh and pulp. My shoulder blades are ragged edges of red sandstone. I am all rough and rounded contours, strength running through corded muscles. You strip me telepathically and growl X-rated affection into my ear. Sensuality shapes my hips and tender breasts, which you take into your rough hands and seeking mouth. Your hard hips plunge into the curves of mine, gouging a deep wash, my waters rushing fast and violently. This next poem is kind of a roundabout elegy poem. And I've been meditating a bit on PTSD, anxiety, and grief recently. So this is that poem that speaks to that. Poetry is anxiety, the wild electric blue-black hum firing along the fractals of my synapses. Poetry reveals how reality is cast from translucent glass. Poetry is the dimensions and dark matter between self, knowledge, and loneliness. It is the strong, sweet horse scent on my ragged black scarf around my neck which tethers me, a lifeline or a noose amidst a panic attack. Days ago, I had tied my scarf around our elderly paint pony's neck to lead him about the corral, motivating him to lazily plod along with handfuls of sweet feed. Poetry recognizes that my spirit is not my body. Poetry is the slender green creek running beneath the surface of my son's still tender skin where his collarbones meet. Poetry forgets pain or sometimes can only repurpose it as art. It is Albuquerque's city lights glittering like crushed glass in the cobalt blue shadow of the rounded pink Sandia Mountains. Poetry rises from the dissonance and cosmic expanses between sound and silence. Poetry is righteous anger and power. It is a surprise lover with vulnerable dark green eyes, bright feral discs of a starving lion with his paw caught in a trap. Poetry is the collapse of my mind, a rotating binary black hole system, the implosion soundless. It is cracking my fist against the dense weight bag, snapping it back, the satisfying impact stunning my shoulder as I savor my growing strength, and yes, even the pain. Poetry is my heart, a mangled lion cub, and you, dearest friend, were pure poetry, ripping on your ex, a supernova, now return to starlight and stardust. Thank you.
Wow, amazing work. Y'all please open up your mics and show some love
Nice.
for Rachel. Rachel, those are some amazing writes you did there.
Yes.
Very vivid and expressive with your pen.
That was potent. Crushed glass, the hips, just very vivid.
The connection that you made with the land and your body, and then your body separate from your spirit. Your spirit is not your body. Those just powerful, right? It's powerful.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you for coming in and sharing with us tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad I was fortunate to come in tonight and got to share in community with y'all. I really needed it. It's like a safety net for me, these poetry readings, and you guys are awesome and marvelous. So thank you so much for your open-heartedness.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Always welcome. Know that we're here every Wednesday. God willing. You know, sometimes life be lifing and we get pulled away, but for the most of it, we're here every Wednesday. Just continue to follow because this every week it's a different code, a different access code to get into the room. Okay.
Okay, will do. And I'll probably quote you on that life be life, right?
Yeah. Well,
That's an
that's
awesome one.
I don't claim that. That's not totally me. I don't even know where I heard that the first time, but it's something that definitely floats between this family of poets. So feel
That's
free to use
awesome.
it. I think it's fine. Did we get everybody? Is there anyone who wanted to share that I missed tonight? Okay, then I'm gonna end the show with one more piece. Megas, I'm gonna share one more piece. I wrote this today. I think it's a fitting way to end tonight with so much expression that has been shared between us. So this piece is called Take a Leap. In this life, you gotta take your shots. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
We can
awesome.
hear you.
In this life, you gotta take your shots. Patience is calendared, a doctor's appointment. And you better be sharp as the tip of a needle when the opportunity presents itself. Chance can feel like a prick in your shoulder, storing your mobility, but it's an adrenaline rush through the veins when you obey your pointing finger and be prepared to bleed. The heavy beating of your heart awares you. It hasn't stopped. Leap from your seat. You gotta take your shot. It can feel like 5 seconds remaining when the ball's in your hands. All eyes on you. Those who care about you. Your whole team's counting on you, and your nerves are working overtime. You gotta take your shot. You gotta take the leap. When it feels like you're at the cliff's edge, peering down the fall to your death, and there's no bridge, just another lip to the cliff of the other side. You can't go back, but you fear you'll survive the distance over. You have to try. Take a shot. Leap. Sometimes a shot may make you feel like a bandana's over your eyes, like you have been targeted to take all the bullets, unprepared to take the ammo aimed at you. You take a deep breath, hold it all in, and you wonder if it's true that God wouldn't give you more than you can handle. Life has a way of blinding faith, paving a way to test your belief. In these moments, we all call on God. Sometimes you just gotta go on and leap. Thank you all for joining tonight. Please unmute yourselves and give each other some love. That final embrace.
Love you all.
Love you more.
Yeah.
Love you too, guys.
I appreciate you all. I know it's late, and I know we've had a busy day. I see a lot of you on social media throughout the day, and I know there's other tasks that's going on in our personal lives. So I thank you all for staying for the entirety of the show in support of one another. It shows how much you mean to each other. Continue to show that love and support on and off the screen. And never forget, when you don't see your family on screen is when they need you the most. So make those contacts, reach out, and let's keep each other whole. Thank y'all again for being here for another beautiful episode of Who's Naked Up in Here.
Thank you. Woo. Take a leap. Love it.
Love you guys. Connect on Instagram. I'm on there more than I am on my phone.
Indeed.
So true.
Indeed we are.
All right. You all have a good rest of your week. Love you guys.
Love you
Thank you, everybody. Blessings.
Good night, Miss Betty.
Good night.
Good night, Mama Betty.
Good night, Queen.
Good night, Mama Betty.
Steve Magus.
Good night, Mr. Witz. Good night, Gifted.
Good
Good night,
night,
everybody.
Magus.
Love you all.
Love you too, my brother.
Good night, John Boy.
Brother. Dark Man Blues.
Bye.
Yeah. Complicated passions. Brooklyn in the
But I
house.
think we lost him some time ago.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Coach been in and out, but it's all love.
Coach is here too.
Yeah, he was here, but he's been in and out. You know how things going. Mina might still be up.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
You guys have a
one love,
good
you
night.
guys.
One
All right.
love.
Bye-bye.
Blessings, everyone. And as
All
soon as
right.
I get the video up, I'll share it with everyone.
Okay.
Sounds great. Have a good one.
Bye, Gifted.
Bye, darling. Loved seeing you.
Likewise. Bye, Mr. Wentz.
Good night, Queen.
Good night.
All right.